breakfast meals today?
What?
Breakfast meals today?
Yeah, 2 honey butter chicken biscuits, no meal.
Can I complete your order?
Yep, that's it.
Your total's gonna be $6 even. Will you be earning rewards today by using your Whataburger app?
No, no thank you.
So I have a little stick window for you.
As if everything couldn't get more amazing, this is the 5th nail this month. We just got literally in the past like 3 minutes. That's all right. We got something else we got other things to do today. So, you guys know how I bought this new drift car so that I can drift while my other drift car is getting drift car things done so that I can drift later, so I can also drift now. Well, about that. Oh, it's very cold outside, but I don't know if you can see, but there's no motor in this car anymore. Where's the oil pan? I want to show them that first. I think it's over here. So they kind of got busy on doing the timing chain thing, and they pulled it off, and I'll show you guys in a second. But they drained some oil out.
You can see some
chunks
right
big
there.
chunks. Okay, so those are big chunks.
When it was fresh, it was very apparent.
See them starting to.
There it is. Those are huge chunks.
Those are large chunks for sure.
So yeah, so they started tearing us off, and it looked like it had recently been opened for something. I mean, this is all brand new, like, or not brand new, but it's at least a different color of our TV than before.
I think that oil pump is a different color.
Yeah, that's definitely pretty newish.
Most problematic, we found an O-ring in the pan.
Right.
So if you're missing that, you're missing a lot of oil pressure.
I guess our objective today now is to, I guess you're gonna take the oil pan off and see?
Yeah, we're gonna assess the rest of the motor to see if, we want to rebuild this or if we just want to grab another motor.
DEs are pretty abundant, thankfully, too, so if we have to, we can probably find one for pretty cheap. But let's see if we can't build this one. I might as well go ahead and get a new fuel system. Deech Works, where you at? Might as well get some headers while I'm on. Yeah. I got a new clutch coming. This is like a perfect time to get as much crap as I need. Also, I found a picture of my face currently on the internet. I want you to show you this. This is my face right now. That's actually how it's going. That's what's going on. This is my face. Yes. That's me right now. Yeah. Your bolts. Sweet. That's it. Yep.
So that is a clutch.
That's not too bad. The mechanic that they took it to that diagnosed the timing chain issue also painted the entire valve cover with RTV to try and keep it on, which, hey, look at these nice cute little cams. This is exciting. This is my first time just like
whoa, yeah,
and
that's cool.
So we're gonna try and get as much of this apart as possible, do some time-lapse stuff. Thankfully, I've got my little Cove. This is what I've been showing you guys this for months. This is my new favorite thing ever. It's this is actually the older one. The newer one you can actually skip around up top. There's like touch stuff, you can skip songs, but I've actually used this to replace radios in my car because it sounds so good. It's got a subwoofer. In my Evo or my SC, when I have music that sucks out of the stock system, I use this, or if I'm working in the garage. So we're gonna be listening to music with this. It's seriously amazing. I actually have a 65% off discount code for you guys to use. So I want you guys to go to the description, check out Cove, and get yourself one of the best, actually the best, Bluetooth speaker of all time. Check it out, but we're gonna go ahead and get to work.
Dance party.
Look, it's monster sized. It's monster sized. Okay, let's get to work.
cool.
That dipstick.
Oh my god.
Built with RTV.
Yeah, this whole motor was built with it.
They just had like a spree gun of it.
I guess we don't need like screws or bolts anymore. We'll just RTV everything in place.
And what you would expect.
RTV all in.
Yeah, that's
all in
not
this.
helpful. I mean, that is
really
oil
bad.
passageway stuff.
That's really bad. Don't go to whatever shop did this. Don't go to them. I don't know who it is, but just don't go to them.
right now. And then oil delivery, like to the
Sweet,
man.
Perfect.
So that's a good sign, I think. We're just putting a hole.
Pretty much.
Yeah, we can grab yet another box in a moment.
I'm doing that.
There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of nasty stuff going on in this. I mean, this has to be hands down the worst job of RTVing anything I've ever seen. And you would think that any capable mechanic shop would know, like, oh, this is a very important area. Let's make sure we don't just like spray as much gunk as possible and squish the crap out of it so it all squishes into the motor and outside. Like there's no gasket here. Yeah. Missing an O-ring. Yes, some guy paid a lot of money to get a motor blown. So now I guess the next part is take off one of the rod hat things, I guess what you call them. Rod cap, and then you see we're gonna check for any damage to the crankshaft.
All right, here comes the big moment right here. Okay, so it's not a great sign when the bearing sticks to the crank like that. Usually it will come out in the cap. Oh, but it's not stuck too hard. Okay, it looks. That's what I wanted to see.
Okay.
You don't see any copper in this one, which is usually the deeper layer of the bearing.
Okay.
So if you don't see that, then you haven't gotten too deep in it. So hopefully none of them. Now, if you look at the surface of the crank, that looks beautiful. Yeah, that looks beautiful.
Well, that's a good sign, man.
Yeah. Hopefully it's a good sign.
We do have to keep these caps with their respective rod for sure.
Okay.
Take a peek under here. And so that looks pretty good. Just got the faintest color of copper showing there, but no like big chunks or anything like that. Somewhere we got to see some chunks because we did find chunks in the pan.
Right.
Another one off right now. Okay, similar. Okay, that one looks okay too. Just the oil made it look funny.
Crazy.
Crank looks and feels good there. There we go. And that bearing looks pretty good.
Huh.
And the thrust bearings.
All
right, this is
looking
this
pretty
is
promising.
good. Like this is gonna be a good motor to rebuild, and yeah, it's gonna be solid for you there.
So one of our answers of where like the chunks came from are going to be in one of the other 4 that we haven't taken off though. So now we're diagnosing and kind of dissecting the timing assembly. We took one of these chains that are slightly discolored and we counted until you get to this little piece right here, and then we noticed that this side was actually a little closer and off timing compared to this side. So there's 4 links on this side and 5 on this side, so all the trouble might have been a little issue with some exhaust timing, but we're gonna actually take everything apart and see.
That looks pretty nice.
Okay.
That's a good one right there. You can hear the majority of the air that's leaking out. It sounds like it's coming out the bottom end, so that would be past the rings. Not to say that the rings are bad. You know, our reading here is good, but that's the most likely place for it to escape if the valves are all good. You know, so if you heard air escaping here, then we would know that an intake valve or 2 is not sealing up completely.
5 good. We got 1 more. This is the.
We know that the motor had some good things going on because it sounded pretty good when you pulled up here and revved it up, but that one's real good.
Wow.
It's gonna go all the way to 0, I think.
Wow.
That's damn near perfect.
That is pretty much what a brand new built motor on the stand will do.
Wow.
See the cylinder wall, man. It looks pretty. Huh. See the factory cross-hatching mark still?
That's really nice.
Okay, there's a little bit of street. See that's where
right there,
that's where you can get some smoke from rings right there. That is probably the contributing factor to the
it's
to the
pretty,
smoking.
pretty clear.
So we will do. I think we will do the piston rings on this then. You're captive there. There you go.
Yeah. Nice.
Wow.
You can definitely see the light streaks right there.
Oh yeah.
This one's not as bad, I don't think, as the other one that we looked at with the camera. No streaks on that side.
There's a lot of torque on these. Oh my god! Freaking Hulk now.
You're turning green.
I feel like I'm making this look a lot easier than it is because this is definitely very difficult.
I'll attest to that. It's difficult.
It's not the easiest thing in the world.
You do it. I'm just waiting for them to like slip and slide.
Yeah, I'm about to bust my ass on this. There we go. That's off for sure.
All right.
Sweet.
Just layers on layers on layers.
Yeah, but it's so simple. Mm-hmm. So we found the issue. Here is here is a bearing. What's left of a bearing, and that's definitely the chunks we were seeing in the oil pan, the oil pickup.
There's a complete one for reference.
Just in case.
That's not supposed to be even like that. Is
That's
really
wild.
bad. But
Man, it feels so good.
We'll have to get the crank checked. It still looks good, but that is a
good.
shocking
Man,
discovery right there. Dang, we're almost we're down to like the
you're out of
last.
the room, and I was like looking away, and I see your oh.
Not a good
And I was
sign.
like, uh-oh, and then I just see a bearing fall apart. So let's hope that this is, hopefully the crank is still good after all this work. Oh, this is a heavy boy. Here's my child, my firstborn. Ugh. I've made some pretty good progress today. Where would you like me to put this? Because it's a little heavy.
I'll put that.
That's insane.
It is literally just a block. That's a bad looking main right there.
Oh yeah.
So we're going to evaluate the oil pump and see if it needs to be replaced. It obviously has before, but that might have been the issue. All the RTV, and there's a lot of things that were the issue. We're going to need to replace bearings. Main bearings and rod bearings need to be replaced. And maybe one of the rods.
Piston rings.
And piston rings, right. I'm pretty optimistic. I'm hoping that this is, this should be pretty good. And the nice thing is we'll be back at pretty much OE spec and a brand new motor. So that makes me more comfortable to go bounce off the rev limiter, and we will burn a lot less or zero oil for a good amount of time. And it'll be really, really, really nice to take to a track. Well, a huge thanks to Trackstar and diving into this a lot faster than I figured we all would, but I'm super stoked to get this done as soon as possible and start doing donuts right outside the door right here and start tapping some. I'm really excited to drive this car. I haven't been this enthusiastic about a project in a really long time, sadly, but I'm very, very, very psyched to get this car done so I can get some fun, some seat time.
Are you ready for me to show you up on drifting?
Yeah, you know what? You won't. I wish you would. Come here, give me a hug. I just rubbed your hair in oil.
I don't care. I need to shower anyway.
That's gonna wrap it up for today. We still have a lot more stuff.
Stopped on shoulder ahead.
Okay, thank you, Waze. We still have a pretty good amount of stuff to do, like reassemble the engine. I'm gonna work on getting this stuff as soon as possible. I'm gonna try and get as much in stock. I'm gonna see if there's any place around me I can get stuff. But I'm pretty excited about all this. It's the first time that we have ever torn apart a motor like with our hands. So that was a really fun kind of deal. And very excited about having a very sturdy VQ to drift with. I do want to say I wish you guys would follow Trackstar Media Works and Trackstar Motorworks on their Instagram, but their YouTube page. They deserve a lot of recognition. They are a very, very good, very reputable shop, and Ethan has been a humongous help in these past 2 drift builds, and probably some of the builds to come. But very good friends, and I wish you guys would give them some support, show them some support, show them how the Shank Squad do. But I will catch you guys tomorrow. We're constantly losing air pressure. We got to do our 5th patch this month. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace out. I'm not going to let my hand off this well. Be victorious.